Hello and welcome, my Pisces friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be my group monthly forecast for my Pisces friends. Today we're going to explore what you can expect for the month of January. We'll look at some of those obstacles you're going to face, and more importantly, we're going to look at how we can overcome those obstacles and some blessings you can embrace throughout the month. The deck I'm using for this reading, I'm going to be using the Crystal Visions Tarot, and I'm also going to be using the Dragon Oracle. Like always, there are links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go and check them out for yourselves. Alright, my Pisces friends, let's see what the cards have to say today. What does the month of January bring my Pisces friends? So the first card, the Crystal Yellow Dragon, opens you to the higher learning and wisdom. January is going to offer us a lot. Not only are we starting a new year and a new month, we're starting a new decade. There's lots to come in this decade. 2030, we're looking at a vibrational shift. Many of you may not have been aware that in 2012 we had a high vibrational shift. That's actually when the dragons really came back in droves to this plane, and we're looking at something similar but more intense happening in the early 2030s. So we're really looking at that need to be able to open ourselves up to the wisdom and knowledge so that we're able to start to gain the skills and abilities to really embrace this vibrational shift, and also build some structure and foundation so that we're not going to be physically impacted by this vibrational shift. A lot of times when we're looking at working with high vibration and we start to have a little bit of a flooding of that energy, it really helps to clear out the toxins in our body. Well, if you're not well hydrated and you're not expecting it, you can really start to feel that achy, fluey type feeling come on. So we need some foundational shifting or building so that we can really embrace this next piece. And then the Earth and Fire Dragon works with you to clear out the fifth dimensional ley lines. Again, we start working on that foundation. Any dragon that has fire, lava, or flame really talks about clearing things out and really getting rid of those low vibrations. Now, the science is finally catching up to the woo-woo, and it's not really anywhere near where the woo-woo is, because we're leaps and bounds ahead of that scientific knowledge. So ley lines, the scientists confirmed years ago. However, these ley lines extend past Earth into our universe and into different dimensions. The Earth and Fire Dragon can help you ground yourself and help clear out all those ley lines and energy connections that we come into contact with, so in our community and in our area, which is again that foundation building that we really need. All right, let's see what else we can find out about January. What card represents January for my Pisces friends? The first one, the Page of Wands, that childlike, innocent energy. And also, we've got the Wands, that passion and creative sense. It's going to be really important that in January, not only we're going to be looking at opening ourselves up and really grounding ourselves, we're looking at things through new eyes, attacking problems with a new perspective, really connecting into our solar plexus for that courage and determination, but trying things out, trying new ways of doing what you do every day, getting your hands dirty and having some fun with it. Because you never know until you try a different way whether or not that's going to work. And with her, oh, fantastic. So the grounding piece, super important. The King of Pentacles. That foundational root system is going to be really important, but also throughout the month, we're going to want to keep our feet firmly planted in the earth. because we're going to easily, as we start to work on that connection to universe and do some deeper work, we can kind of feel unstable and a little bit dizzy. Connecting in, grounding ourselves, making sure that we feel strong and supportive will be really helpful in achieving what is possible in January. Let's look at what is possible in January. What can my Pisces friends expect from the beginning of January? So the first card hits you right at the heart. Three of Swords. The Three of Swords really doesn't mean anything but heartache. The beginning of the month, we're really going to be hit hard with some of these past heartaches and possible current heartaches. We're looking at that sad sorrow energy. We're not going to really deal with these pieces right now. We really need to be working on that foundation and that connection in, and really evaluating how we do things, because when we start to look at that evaluation, we start to understand how we truly work and who we truly are. And that's the big underlying piece for January. This is going to come up, and I won't lie, the ego has a big part of this, especially those past hurts. So it's up to us to overcome those past hurts and kind of push them down again so that we can focus on what's truly important. With it, jump the 10 of Cups. This is your family card. So your family is going to be able to help you overcome. They can give you that nurturing, loving support to overcome any current situations and some of those past pains. That nurturing, loving energy will really help overcome that, so you can really focus on what's important. Let's look at the middle of the month. What does the middle of January bring, my Pisces friends? The Two of Wands. Twos are about choice and duality. That inner fire and drive is what the wands are connected to. We're going to make some decisions in the middle of the month. We're going to have to really kind of start to put that intention into these pieces. Because it's one thing to say, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We need a plan. We need to know how to go forward. We need to make those decisions, and we need to make them clear. Setting those intentions for yourself and the high vibrational beings, whether it be the dragons, the unicorns, the angels, you name it. When you set that intention out, that's when those high vibrational beings will come to you, because you're asking them for that support. Okay, let's look at the end of the month. What does the end of January bring, my Pisces friends? The Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups. When we start to finally make some decisions and get clear direction on how we're going to go forward, we're really going to start to feel more fulfilled, and we're going to feel happier, because we're starting to work on this plan. And that's another piece. You just can't make a plan and put it in a drawer and walk away. You have to start to work on that plan. What skills and abilities are you going to need to use? How are you going to incorporate your passions? And what will this look like for you? Because it's a very personal journey. All right, let's look at the obstacles. What is the main obstacle that my Pisces friends are going to face in January? We made a jumper. And that's the Nine of Pentacles. Nines are about all that we've accomplished in our lives. Pentacles, about that growth and abundance. The Nine of Pentacles always talks about that abundance in our lives. And that's what's going to hold us back. Your ego's really going to play into, well, look at all you have. Why the heck would you want to start to dive into things that are perfectly fine as they are? Just leave it so we can stay in this beautiful garden. That's going to be your major challenge. That mentality is what we're going to have to kind of hurdle to really start to connect into different ways of doing things, because the ego hates things that are done differently, and start to really dive into strengthening that root system And part of strengthening that root system is going to be understanding how we attack and work within our world, how we function. Because the more we know about ourselves, the more we're able to strengthen those positive high vibrational characteristics and release the low ones. Let's look at the beginning of January. What challenges will my Pisces friends face at the beginning of January? The King of Cups. Kings are that fully developed personality. Cups are about that emotion and intuition. The beginning of the month, you're going to feel like an emotional roller coaster. Not only is the ego going to be bringing up those past hurts, some of you may have possible current hurts. You're going to really feel that emotional instability, and the king is not supporting you. You're really going to feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster. There's that emotional instability. Now your family is going to be able to help out, and it doesn't have to just be your physical family. That astral and spiritual family can also help out. Your guides, your guardian. You can also work on that grounding piece. That will help with that kind of instability we feel. The more grounded we feel, the more we're able to overcome challenges without reacting. Focusing in on the head rather than the heart will help. Other things that you can do to help with this instability will be working on and focusing in on the sacral chakra and the root chakra. Both those chakras will help. The King of Cups is connected into your sacral chakra, which is your emotional center, and then the King of Pentacles is connected into your root chakra. Now, as you can tell, we've got double kings, so that double 14, the kings are the 14th card in the minor arcana. The angels are telling you that this is a time of spiritual growth and symbolizes a time of love. It may not feel like it in the beginning, however it is. We've got that king on his side, so he's kind of a little bit of a tyrant right now. Let's look at the middle of January. What challenges will my Pisces friends face in the middle of January? We had a couple jumpers. The first one, 7 of Cups, the 7 deadly sins. The 7 of Cups brings in illusion and uncertainty. Those decisions you need to make are going to be harder to make because you're going to be unsure. That solar plexus is going to be key to have the courage and determination to really investigate these cups so that you're going to be able to make the clearest decision for you. Some of these cups are going to be helpful, so some of the aspects are going to be needed. However, some are not. Again, that's an individual situation. Knowing which cup to really embrace is going to be connected into your intuition and trusting that connection to your guides and the higher source. Another jumper, the 4 of Wands. 4s are a foundational number. That wand, again, about that inner fire, that solar plexus, your courage, your determination, your passions. The 4 of Wands is usually a celebratory card. However, in this state, we're looking at instability, and again, we have that uncertainty. We're not entirely sure if we should be celebrating and enjoying this piece, or if this is something that isn't going to work at all. And then the 6 of Wands. 6s, again, they're about harmony and balance. You're really going to feel that instability in the middle of January. Grounding is going to be key. Ways to help ground ourselves. There's lots of visualizations. Any crystal connected into your root chakra work. All these pieces help to really connect in and ground you so you don't feel so unstable and unbalanced. Goes back to the page up there. Finding different ways to really connect in. Finding different ways to approach situations and deal with obstacles. That's what we're really going to be focusing in on. And your obstacles give you that great opportunity to start working on it right away. And finally, the end of January. What obstacle will my Pisces friends face at the end of January? Got another page, the Page of Swords. This energy, this childlike, inquisitive, playful mind, it literally becomes that tyrant of a tantruming child demanding information, the whys, the whats, the whens, and it's kind of an incessive. Your ego and mind are really going to be running fast and furious, trying to comprehend what is happening and some of this information that you're receiving from the universe. Some of you may start to get what's called a download, which means you're getting information from the universe. Usually it's a really high-pitched squeal. It's not just that gentle ringing in our ears, it's a really ear-piercing ring. If it comes too much, ask and just say, again, setting intention, asking them to turn it down a little bit. It's like that old school dial-up. We just need to turn down the volume and the intensity. So that your inner child is going to be running rampant because it's not going to understand what's happening, and this information is really going to tweak the Page of Swords. Your mind is just going to really feel scattered. Again, I go back to the King of Pentacles. The reason he came out is because grounding is going to be essential for you, especially that Earth and Fire Dragon. You work in tandem with the Earth and Fire Dragon, and it's going to help alleviate some of these uncertainty and unstable feelings you have. And the last jumper, the Knight of Wands. The big cousin to the Page of Swords, the Knight of Wands, will really want to get you going. We've really spurred the Knight forward. We've got lots of ideas, we've got lots of creativity, there's lots going on, and we really, really need to get going really, really, really fast. It's checking how fast you need to go. You're going to feel really good. You've got the Holy Grail. However, it's about that balance piece. Yes, some action will be needed, but what the Knight's going to want to do is he's going to want to go flying into battle. You need to slow it down and really reflect on what it is that's happening. We do have doubles, so we have the double pages. Pages are the 11th card in the Minor Arcana, and the number 11 is a master number. So the angels are telling you that you need to listen deeply to your intuition. Your intuition will really help out with the Knight and the Page there. Let's go into blessings. What blessing can my Pisces friends embrace at the beginning of January? The dark blue galactic dragon helps you listen to that voice of the universe. Like I said, that universal connection is going to be key. Gaining guidance from the universe, from those high vibrational beings, will help you not overcome some of these challenges, but will help really give you that direction you're looking for. Let's look at the middle of the month. What blessing can my Pisces friends embrace in the middle of January? Oh, it's a beautiful dragon. The white gold dragon connects you to that highest Christ light. Now, many people are triggered by the word Christ or God. That's that universal light. So the white gold dragon will really help you connect into that universal energy to help heal and really help ground you so you're not feeling so unbalanced. You have more clarity in your world. The white gold dragon can really burn out any of that uncertainty that the Seven of Cups will bring you. Let's look at the end of January. What blessing can my Pisces friends embrace at the end of January? It's a beautiful dragon, the mega dragon. Harness the divine feminine power of creation. That nurturing feminine energy is going to help. It's going to help heal you throughout the month, but it's also really at the end of the month, we're looking at it dulling that night energy, kind of helping realign you so you don't feel so anxious and jittery. You're going to feel more fulfilled, and you can truly embrace the energies of the Holy Grail, that Ace of Cups. Now, a little bit about the dragons. The dragons have returned. They left us for a while. There's a lot of information coming out about them. They are a high vibrational being. They are not an animal. So people say they're power animal or they're on their animal totem. These dragons are not. You can add like a bearded dragon or a Komodo dragon for sure. These are high vibrational beings. The same way you don't add a fairy to your totem, you shouldn't add a dragon. Now, this is more of a pet peeve for me because quality and respect are important to me. They need to be respected for who they truly are. Yes, it's important to have the figures and the statues and pay gratitude and love to them, the same way we do the angels and the archangels. However, undermining and belittling them and saying they're just an animal really lessens the experience you'll have with them. Now, the dragons, these are types of dragons. So the dark blue, the white gold, you have the ability to call on them. They're high vibrational beings, so they're bound by the universal law. We have to ask them for that support. However, these are types. So you can ask for the dark blue dragon. So can the pizza guy. So can the Chinese food delivery guy. So can the guy down the street, the lady who delivers flowers. It doesn't matter who they are. Everybody has the ability to do that. Now, dragons are not omnipresent. They're not like archangels. There's very few beings like archangels. There are a number of these dragons, so many of them can go out and help you out. However, sometimes we have to wait because they aren't omnipresent. All right, let's get back into January. What guidance and information can we give to my Pisces friends so that they can overcome the challenges brought on in January and embrace, this usually happens at the end, embrace the energies January is offering you. So usually I end up with like half the deck jump out because there's still more information that may not be pronounced to both like the middle or end of the month. So I usually get a number of them just like spilling out of my deck. The first one, the Eight of Pentacles. Eights are about movement and manifestation. The Eight of Pentacles talks about that hard work that you're going to need to put in to really achieve this. This is a map. This is what January offers you. What work you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. The Temperance. Again, we add into that 14. She's the 14th card in the Major Arcana. So again, we revisit that angel message that this is a time of spiritual growth and love. Temperance encourages you and really reminds you of the importance of balance, but also your energy flow. She's pouring from the bottom cup to the top cup. She talks about the importance of making sure our energies are flowing properly, making sure our chakras are flowing properly and they're not getting sluggish and they're not spinning uncontrolled. Then we have the 5th card in the Major Arcana, the Hierophant, reminding us of what the dark blue dragon talked about, that connection into universe, really tapping in. He's a gatekeeper. The more we work on this connection to our high vibrational beings and to the universe, the more stable we're going to feel and the more connected we're going to feel within our environment. The Two of Swords really talks about that indecision and uncertainty. Again, we've got a double 2, and in angel messages, when you're looking at that double 2, you need to listen to your intuition and don't give up. Keep the faith. You're on the right track. That indecision is going to be kind of a bear throughout the month because we're not truly seeing what's happening. Our eyes and third eye are covered. We really need to work on that connection in to the higher source and also taking that time to critically think about what's happening around us. And then the 8 of Cups. It just reminds us it's kind of a very moot point. We need to do some inner work. We need to be really focusing in on how we are functioning. Again, back to the Page of Wands there. where we need to start to do some inner work so that we are able to deepen and strengthen our relationship with ourselves. Got multiple 8s. In angel messages, when you have that multiple 8, the angels are saying it's a time to stay true to your passions, that prosperity is coming your way. All right, let's end off on a blessing. What blessing can my Pisces friends embrace for the month of September? I love it when the jumpers hit the floor. It's a lot of fun, especially when they go under the table. Source Dragon attunes you to the infinite. The Source Dragon will really help you get that connection piece and working on your abilities to draw down that universal energy to start healing and loving yourself. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. I hope you were able to gain some guidance and insight into what January holds for you and what blessings you can embrace. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. If you've seen my past videos, you know I'm more than just a tarot reader. I'm bringing in the healing, and through this series I'm really understanding that we need to bring in more education around the high vibrational beings and how to connect in with them. So there's going to be a lot happening on my channel. Plus, we're looking at the fact that I'm a fluid poster. I don't have a day or time that I post my videos. The best way to stay connected is through subscribing and through hitting that little red bell. That way you're not missing any of the healing and guidance you're looking for. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. And in some of the tiers, the perks are private readings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Pisces friends.